Just trying to clean my screen here, my camera.
Gotcha.
Oh, maybe. All right.
All right, all right, all right. Hey, what's up,
Hey.
everybody? We're so excited to have our guest with us
Yes,
today.
we are.
Listen, look, we Santa's little elves here today because unfortunately this is our last show of the year.
Yes, of 2020. We are taking a 2-week break.
Yes, because we needed y'all.
Yes.
We've been very, very, very busy.
Yes.
So,
So we are definitely excited
Yes, very
about
excited.
today's show.
yes,
We have two amazing ladies we will be speaking to.
yes. And we've got Facebook. Hey, y'all. We've got
Yes,
Instagram.
hey.
Hey,
How are
Instagram.
y'all?
Thank y'all so much for joining us. And
Yes.
we are ready to get started.
Yes, so definitely like and share the videos.
Absolutely. Because we have so much to talk about. And I'm so
Yes.
excited. So let's introduce our guests, shall we?
Yes, we can.
So Miss Brianna Phillips of Ocala Law and Mediation, she is here with us. And we also have the wonderful Miss Raquel Herring. We're going to talk to her first because she is on set. And we're going to talk about what set she's on, and then we're going to let her go.
Yes.
Hello, guys.
Hi. Good to see you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are so happy that
We
you are
are.
here with us because listen, if anybody is anybody that was born in the 80s,
Yes.
y'all know her.
And a 90s kid.
Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Y'all make me feel good. I'm glad to come back here again.
Yes. If y'all don't remember, if y'all can't place the face,
Yes.
she was the first African American woman or African American
Yeah,
period
African-American.
to be on the Mickey Mouse Club. Like,
Yes.
what?
Yeah. Disney Channel. Disney Channel.
Yes.
Mickey Mouse Club. Now there was one in the 70s, but like no one even knows that show. You know, and
Right.
I was supposed to remember her name so I can say it because it's like why don't we know her? Why don't we know? Okay?
Yes.
Hopefully my manager will tell me. But yes, because there was one in the 70s. But you know, because we all know the one that was just all white, right? So that's the one that everyone was familiar with. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm the first on Disney's when Disney got their channel, Disney's Mickey Mouse Club. Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that is so
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, Tori, I'm gonna let you ask this girl because she is
That's
so
all these
excited.
Mickey Mouse questions. Okay. So you have to know, how did you get to the Mickey Mouse Club? Like, how did that opportunity come about?
Well, my mom heard about the audition happening in Orlando. And when she heard about it, she was like, we're going to go and we're going to audition for it. So I went, I auditioned for it. And then I got a call back and we drove back to Orlando again and I auditioned for it. And then, you know, it's funny because I was just asked this the other day and I had been thinking about it, which I never really thought about the audition process before. But, you know, sometimes you got to realize that, wait, you really did something. Like, you know, I think a lot of times we have achievements and we play them down or others might play them down. And so we don't make them a big deal. But it was a big deal because when I think what it takes to be casted in a show, like you go through a lot. And just when you think you could have it because you're doing screen tests, you're doing tests with other people, you know, by that time, oh wait, he told me Lonnie Burr. Lonnie Burr was the lady's name on the Mickey Mouse back in the 70s.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, check to make sure my manager just sent me that. But yeah, so you know, I had to audition. I auditioned for the callback. I auditioned again for, you know, the screen test. And I think there was like one more audition because they wanted to make sure the group gelled together, the looked good together. So it was a lot to go through, you know, to be cast and they picked me, you know, the first little black girl on there. On that stage, they picked me. So that was an incredible big deal.
Yes.
And now, years later, now I'm realizing, man, that really was something.
So it was.
Absolutely.
It is
something. No, because that's something that people need
I didn't know you were the first at that age.
And I did not either.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't hear you.
You did Star Search, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
She turned off her
Oh.
earphone.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you did Star Search, right?
I did.
You did.
I did that prior to the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yes.
And I won, I think it was 8 consecutive shows. So I made history like doing that. No one had done that in my teen category before. And I won 2 championship titles of Best Teen Vocalist and Best Teen Performer. And so, yeah. And then, yeah, things started moving after that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because girl, when I looked at those videos, I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing because you went through the whole thing. Like, was it 10?
Yeah, all those weeks. Yeah, it was like 10 shows back to back consecutive.
Consecutive, and then I had that final, and then it was the championship. Yeah.
That's
That
awesome.
whole season.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So that's pretty much where your career kind of started. Was that at the beginning?
Yeah, at Star Search. I mean, my mom had me working in Miami and throughout Florida, singing at the Dolphins football games and for conventions. A lot of political events, they want people to come out and sing. So I was always busy. And then she heard about Star Search and she was like, look, we got to get on Star Search. I'm going to get you on Star Search. And yeah, that was an audition process too. And I got on there.
Wow.
Yes. How old were you? How old were you at the time you started?
I was 12. And because they put me in a teen category, because by the time the show would air, I would be 13. So like during that whole time, I mean, like I'm competing against these 18-year-olds and 16-year-olds. I mean, it was a big deal, and they were good. They were really good.
But your vocal range at that age was absolutely
incredible.
Like I was listening, I was like, oh my goodness. Like it was. So how did you get started singing?
Well, I got started singing because my my cousin, who's a singer, well, she's not really my cousin, but you know how it is. They be around all the time, but like that's my cousin right there, So my cousin heard me sing at a party my mom was having one evening, and she got so excited. She told my mom, "Oh my gosh, she can sing! She can sing!" So I sung, and I guess my mom was kind of like, "Oh, okay." But then I think because my cousin kept working with me and all that, my mom was like, "I think we have something." And after that, I just started singing, and she just kept me busy. She got me in children's theater. Coconut Grove Children's Theater is what it was called at the time. And I got into plays, playing Peter Pan and what else was it? Oh my gosh. The Wiz and shows like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I did that. So she just kept me busy, kept me acting, kept me singing, kept me listening to music, kept me practicing. So yeah.
Yes. So how was that like as a child, growing up, being so young and being so active in everything in that, in the showbiz? How did that affect you as a child? Like, was it, did they let you grow up and did they let you, do the things that kids do, or were you kind of set aside or set apart from everybody else?
No, I did the things kids do. Well, mostly anyway, I'd like to kind of be in by myself. And then I have maybe like 5, 6 friends anyway. So I just kind of like kick it with them and stay like really close with them. But other than that, yeah, I did all the things that kids would do. I think it's just like, if you're keeping your kid in Little League or something, you're keeping them in that to keep them busy, keep them occupied, to keep their mind focused on something as they're growing. And I think that's what my mom did. So it wasn't anything that felt out of the ordinary for me. It was just common, and it was just what I did. Gotcha. I think other kids probably had some issue with it when I was in school, because I'm in the newspaper and stuff, and they're like, or they'd be like, hey, so you never know. But, I went to school and everything. I had to keep my grades up and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you were able to go to prom and do all the fun.
I did. Okay. I did. It's so funny because the guy I went to prom with, like when I was 13, he sent me pictures. He put it on Instagram. I was like, "What? You gotta be kidding me!" He did. His mom had found the pictures, and he put it on Instagram.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it was good. I did all my proms. I did not miss a prom. I think I even got a couple in there that, you know, maybe I wasn't even supposed to be at in the first place.
Oh my God. Listen, you can't be sneaking into other people's proms.
Just go be the prom crasher, you know? Crashing this one.
That is funny.
So y'all recently just did the 30-year Mickey Mouse Club reunion.
Yes,
So
we
how
did.
was that meeting back up with everyone? And do you keep in contact with them?
Well, it was amazing because I have not gone to a reunion before. And at first I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh, okay, you know. And then the guys that was producing it originally called me like maybe about 9 months or maybe around that time beforehand, and it kind of started out as a get together, but by the time it was finished, it was this huge, like, amazing, just at the parks. I mean, we're doing the Disney
Parade at Epcot with Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Okay.
Oh wow.
I never had a chance to meet them before, so that was like the coolest.
Mouse was just the sweetest thing, just so warm and loving. I was like, I love the mouse. You know? I think it was so crazy. Like, I'm an adult and I have just gone mad over the mouse. Like, I love him.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse is gonna forever be everybody's favorite. Yes. Mickey and Minnie, always.
Yes. Forever. He has a fan right here for sure. They have fans right here. So yeah,
it just kind of exploded into this wonderfully great convention.
Yeah.
My headphones are talking about something's going wrong. I'm sorry, I don't know what she's talking about.
No, you're good. You can disconnect them if you want to. No, I can hear you. Yeah, you can disconnect them if you want to and go back to the regular.
You could have interviewed Brianna and come back by the time. I'll just try my best to make it work.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We had our 30th. It was amazing because seeing people I hadn't seen in so long, I didn't know it would be such a tearjerker. I didn't know it would hit the heart as it did, because I was like, oh my gosh, these people I worked with so long ago, and now we're like meeting again. I'm seeing their families, their children. I'm seeing how much they've grown. It was truly amazing. And what was even more amazing was that when the fans, like I know you said that you got a letter back from Tamara, right?
Yes.
Well, at that time, we weren't getting any of our fan mail. So we didn't have the opportunity to interact with our fans or say anything to them, right? So we didn't know how much we were loved until that moment when we were at that reunion, and everyone just came out, and that some people would be in tears, some people were just hugging you, saying, oh my gosh, you meant so much to me. Like I had no idea. I had no idea how loved we really were. And I'm telling you, just that alone was heartwarming, because you're like, my gosh, all this time, there's people out there who loved that show, loved it. They religiously watched that show, tried to get in contact with us, always wanted to just have some kind of connection with us. And then at that moment, at that reunion, we had that opportunity to feel that and to be told that. And it was absolutely incredible.
Oh my God. I bet that was. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine, you know, just having, you know, people from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, watching me on TV, and then all of a sudden there's this huge crowd of people that, you know, followed me for years. I would have been a nervous. I'd have been all over the place. Really? Tears. Like I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
It was amazing. It was just so touching to finally to feel that love from people. It really was. Yeah. So, and then So after that, we I know they had another reunion, a smaller reunion in Los Angeles. And then recently we did an album together. 17 of us did an album called Why? Because It's Christmas. And we did it virtually. Everybody from their own places did the vocals, did the music, that, you know, we put them in the Dropbox, and, you know, it worked out from there. And it's a great album. So much talent, just great singing, awesome album. My song on there is called Angels from the Realms of Glory. And it was a great opportunity for us to come together, work together, have a piece of memories of more memories of us together working together. So it was really good.
So are they original songs?
No, they're songs, Christmas songs that have already been done before, and public domain songs. So
okay.
I've heard them before.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They're all the favorites.
Oh, so how can people download that album? Like, how can we get it?
Well, I think it's available on all outlets, the online retail outlets. And then from that, Why? Because It's Christmas, the Mickey Mouse Club 89 album. I shouldn't have said that year. Anyway, you put things in too much perspective. You don't start adding numbers.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, 89 was a great year. It was a great year.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So I originally wanted to sing the song I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. That was the song I initially started, and we had worked on that song. So it's amazing because like in like 24 hours, that song wasn't going to really work for their album. So we decided that we would put that out for my own project. I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, which you can download from all the retail online platforms, iTunes, Google, Amazon. So it's there. And yeah, I love that song. I just thought it was so appropriate for this time. Of like, I heard the bells. Like I'm hearing Jesus say, come on, wake up and stay in this game. You know, you got to finish the race. So, you know, that was why I had to sing that song. And awesome. So I have two things I'm doing. Angels from the Realms of Glory. I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. And I'm here practicing for the Christmas special next week.
Oh, okay. So now, wait. So that can be too fast.
Okay. Hold on, just for a quick second. For those who are just now joining us in on Instagram, they're asking like, who are you on video with? Right now, to Raquel Herring. She was a former Mickey Mouse Club member, Mouseketeer, from 89 to 1995. Is that correct?
Well, I was there for like, I think 2 years, a year and a half.
Okay.
So whatever those years are.
Okay. So yes.
And then we'll be talking
Instagram fam.
Yes. And then we'll be talking to Brianna Phillips after. So y'all stay tuned.
Yes.
But yes, so you are working on a lot of stuff right now. So you're on a set and it's going to air next week. How can we watch you?
Yes.
How can you watch it? Oh, okay. So, you know, it's on my website, and it's called Home for Christmas. Okay. And it's a virtual concert, virtual show, Christmas show. And you can find it on my website. It's on the 19th, so next week. And then there are tickets, virtual tickets. It's in support of the young man who's putting it on. He's a young entrepreneur, like a teen child.
Wow.
And he's been trying to do some work with me since we've been here. And I said, it's so funny because at first it was a TV show, but COVID came. And, you know, I had agreed because I liked the concept of the TV show. I was like, yeah, I'll do it, right? And you know, this is what happens when you come to a small town. You just start agreeing to stuff. You have no idea what's going on. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So then I'm wondering, who is this? I didn't even know who it was. So I said, oh my gosh, what am I agreeing to? I don't even know who it is. That's all. You know, I'm just trying to keep busy in this little town. Okay, I love this town and I'm just trying to be busy. So I kept wondering, who is this young man? So I was like, okay. So I saw someone come. It was a Christmas show I was involved in then. And so a guy came in. I was like, it must be him because, you know, he's an adult. When I found out who it was, He was 15. I said, what?
Oh,
I said, wait.
oh, that's
What's
incredible.
going on?
That's
But
dope.
let me tell
I
you
like
something. His business skills are on point, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Very easy to work with. He gets business done.
Yes.
So it's like so simple to make it work. But it was so hilarious to me because he's producing this Christmas show. And I'm like, sure, I'll do it. See, here I go again. Sure. This time I know who's doing it. So so he's producing it. And it's in support
That's
of this
awesome.
young entrepreneur.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Wow.
I like that. I like to hear stuff
I
like
know,
that. Especially
that's
the younger
great.
ones. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, I'm so
And
excited.
you can get
tell
the
us
tickets
what
from
your website is.
Eventbrite. Oh, I'm sorry. You can get the tickets from
Okay.
Eventbrite. Yeah. And I have the link.
Okay.
I'll have it in my Facebook, and I have it for sure on my website. So you go down to the Christmas special, and then you'll be able to like find out the information from there under I think the RSVP it says. So yeah.
Okay.
Trying to make
Cool
it simple.
beans.
Trying to
Oh
get
my
it
gosh.
It's weird because I haven't done like this live recorded show before, so I'm like, oh God, we gotta make sure this works, right?
Yeah, so we've been rehearsing for a while since like 4 o'clock. We've been rehearsing.
Oh my goodness. 4 o'clock this morning or 4 o'clock this afternoon?
Oh no, 4 o'clock this afternoon. It hasn't been that long, I guess. Yeah, 4 o'clock this afternoon.
I was like, girl, you look good.
They're wearing me out, but I am ready to take a nap. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. And I have my book. I've been working on my book for a minute. Really want to get it out. I think I'm just praying it'll be a great inspiration for women who have had some experiences that I've had, and help those who, so they won't have to have those experiences that
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
and that's the purpose of this book.
What's the name of the book?
I haven't completed. I don't know.
What's the Oh, okay. Okay. That's okay.
I don't even ask no more questions. Okay.
It's okay.
It's in the works. That's
It's
all that
coming.
matters. It's in the works.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
in the works.
And is it okay?
I'm on
So
the last
on your
chapter.
YouTube. Oh, okay, gotcha. So on your YouTube video, are you going to be talking about like marriage and divorce and relationships, or is it just going to be kind of like all of it together, like life in general?
On my YouTube video?
No, on the book, in the book, because your YouTube video, you talked about writing the book. So is it just going to be about relationships, or is it going to be about everything in general?
Well, I think it's gonna really be about relationship, about how my career and getting to that point of being married and not being married and all that transpired in that. And the reason why, because I think that moment in time was so significant, because I think it grew me up. It grew me in one, the love for the Lord and in the Word. And I really wanted to share that with women of how that word can really just like, because at first I didn't think it was working. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm in church, I'm learning the word, blah, blah, blah. But it's like not until you have a significant situation that comes about to really see God's word work in your life. Like I experienced his word working in my life. So it was no way that I could even deny him or deny that his word works, And even now I still have my moments and my situations and things but that was just such a significant time because so many women seem to go through this issue, and there's so many other places that I could have been, and so many other ways it could have gone, but it did not. And I really just say because of the word of God and being in that word. And I just want to encourage other women to be in the word and to don't not take it for granted like it's just there, because it works. It really works.
Absolutely.
I just need to remember that later on, like now these things. You gotta keep remembering it, you see. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Do you have any more questions?
Yes. So you have a one-woman monologue.
Yes, let's talk about
Coming
that.
out.
I'm so glad you mentioned it. Oh my goodness. You know, I have learned that I have to miss one significant thing I'm supposed to say. Yes, thank you so much.
No, we keep you on point.
Yes,
We keeping you on
I
point.
appreciate
That's
it.
what we're doing right now.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for that. Thank you. Yes, it's a one-woman show called The Unstoppable Journey of a Tear. And it's based around my book, but I get the chance to like really interact with the audience, get a chance to really tell you my story face to face, and to share all these significant moments of the joys and the excitement and the heartbreak and the getting through that stuff.
Journey of coming out on the other side and just,
That's part of that. That's my unstoppable journey of a tear. So you're gonna cry, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna say ooh, you're gonna say what? So yeah.
So is that going to be something that you travel to do, or are you going to be set in one particular area?
Say it one more time, please.
Are you gonna travel with it? Like, is it gonna be a tour, or is it gonna be set in a specific area?
I'm hoping it's gonna be a tour. You know, when this COVID is over and we can get back to it. You know, I'm really hoping, because we were starting to set up the tour, and then COVID came and said, whoop, nope. So now we're gonna do it virtually. We're going to record it and do it virtually that way. And then I pray we take it out on the road and really share it, you know, face to face, intimately with people. So
Yes,
that's incredible.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing.
It is gonna be amazing. It is. I'm excited about it.
I'm ready to see it.
Tell us about it. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
So much.
So before you go, because I know that you are on set and you got to get back, we have to ask you to sing something. We want the world to know how beautiful your voice is, so they can know why we're so excited that we have you on our show.
Yes.
Okay, let me think of. I heard the bells. I heard the bells. The sound of victory, bringing in hope for you and me. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. I heard the bells.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We definitely want to be able to support and to do whatever show, whatever event, whatever you got going on, let us know so that we can support you, because you are absolutely beautiful. We love you, and we're so glad that you let us talk to you on our show. Our little show.
I know. Yes.
Thank you. So I appreciate you guys having me. I really do. Thank you so much. And being so just like into it. Thank you so much. And you know about it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. And I would totally love to come back.
Yes, we will have you back. For sure.
Fantastic.
21.
All right,
Thank
you guys
you
have
so
a
much,
wonderful
Raquel.
evening.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Brianna. Okay. Mwah. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Now give me a chance to leave, because I don't know how. Let me see. Okay, I see it. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I'm almost out. Okay. Almost.
She is so funny. Oh my God. So yes, y'all make sure y'all look her up. Y'all make sure that y'all support her. She's absolutely amazing. Just we'll put her links and everything in the comments, so you guys can make sure that y'all support her. So all right, Brianna, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I can't sing. I can't sing.
Okay. Look, you have some valuable information that I know people need to know about, because I'm excited to know and learn.
Absolutely.
So, will you introduce yourself, your business, and where you're from?
Okay. My name is Brianna Phillips. I am a licensed attorney in California, and I am the founder and owner of Ocala Law and Mediation Firm, and I'm based out in Northern California, the Sacramento area.
Nice. Okay. Come on, California. So tell us a little bit about how you got started in the law industry.
Well, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a sports agent, but I figured like as a female, I should have like a law background. So I knew I was going to law school even after college. So people always say like my bachelor's degree doesn't really match law school because I have a kinesiology sports management degree. But then when I got to law school, I just kind of changed and I was like, oh, there's so much other things than dealing with crazy athletes and everything they have going on. So still in like the business world because what I wanted to do was help like athletes create like a legacy after
Okay.
because you know a lot of athletes they just get in there and they just blow money. Not a lot of them like established businesses, not thinking that they
Right.
will play football forever or basketball forever. So that's what I wanted to help with, but I realized there was just so many other people that are starting businesses, and I'm like, I could help like the other people rather than the people that are already famous or whatever. So I started my business and intellectual property law firm after working for a personal injury firm and felt like I wasn't doing anything productive, basically just helping with auto accidents. That's important, but the way it's set up, I'm like, I wasn't enjoying it. So
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
Yeah. So what is it that you specialize in? What do you practice? What is your practice mainly?
My main practice is business law and intellectual property. So I deal a lot with helping businesses make sure that they're legally legit, making sure they're not like cutting any corners, and then also protecting their brand. A lot of people, they start their businesses, but they never get a trademark. And so the issue that we run into is that someone stole my name and now they're suing me because they're saying that I'm making money off of their name. So I try to encourage like all my clients to make sure that they are protecting their brand, not just having a brand. And so to get that trademark, get that copyright, make sure no one's stealing your stuff. And if they are, sue them and get some money back from it, but just make sure you're protecting yourself.
Oh my gosh. And you know, we had just talked about that. Like literally a couple of weeks ago, we had a mixer and there was a young lady here that was talking about how she knew someone that had a business for 20 years and somebody came in behind them and trademarked their name and said, and they had just started the business and they sued them because they were saying, okay, well, you know, they're using our name. So, you know, we're going to get this money. And this company had been in business for 20 years beforehand. So
like built it from the ground up.
Yes. So how important, we have got to ask this because there are so many business owners out here, our followers, everybody that watches us and that in the magazine, you know, they're business owners and they need to know this type of information. So how important is it to have a trademark as opposed to an LLC? Or are they both important?
Basically, the LLC is important in that it's going to protect you if your business does something wrong. Let's say you're selling food, you make somebody sick, and someone sues you because of that. That LLC is important because if you don't have an LLC, you're just a sole proprietorship. You don't have anything filed with the state. They can sue you and take your house. So the LLC would be protecting, like, okay, if they're suing me because of my business, they can only take my business assets. So let's say $10,000 in my business bank account, and that's the only thing my business has. I don't have any buildings or anything else. All they can go after is that $10,000. But if you have an LLC, but if you don't have an LLC, everything that you own, any assets you have, is fair game because you're operating as a business and personal. But the thing about LLCs to remember is like it's not enough just to have an LLC. You have to make sure you're actually following the rules of the LLC because if they see that you have like a facade LLC, let's say you only have one bank account for your personal and for your business, and they find out you only have a little bit of business bank account, but you have this ginormous house, they're going to try to pierce that corporate veil and sue you for that house despite the fact that you have that LLC. So yeah, LLC is limited. You have to make sure you're following the rules of the LLC. So don't just say I have an LLC and not act like an LLC.
And that's what I think a lot of businesses do. I got an LLC. I'm an LLC. I'm an LLC. And y'all don't even know what it is.
Yeah, but they have to make sure they're following the rules. So,
oh my gosh.
And that's what I like to talk about a lot when I do any educational pieces, because a lot of people think, hey, I have an LLC, so I'm good. You can't sue me. But if you only have one bank account, you're not an LLC, dude. Like anybody can sue you, right?
Okay.
And then with a trademark, it's more of your brand, your identity. You have 1 million Instagram followers. You're protecting that. So the only person that's going to sue you for a trademark is someone else that's trying to use that same name. They're not going to sue you because your business is doing something bad. That'll be after your LLC. They'll sue you because you're, let's say you want to name your company Apple and sell electronic products. Apple is not going to let you do that because they spend so much money already building their brand. So they're going to sue you and say, hey, no, you can't use this, pick something else. So trademark is your brand, protecting what you have established. LLC is protecting your assets.
Gotcha. I'm glad you broke that down, because it's always been a question, but to hear it from somebody that actually has been in that type of business, it does make sense. You have to protect everything.
You do.
Especially nowadays, because people are so evil, they just do it in spite because they know, oh, well, she don't know all her business, so I'm going to do this because they see the power and the influence that you have in your business. So they want a piece of it.
Exactly.
So,
and they know you're going to fight for it. I just did a trademark search for someone, and someone just bought a domain name, and there's nothing on the domain, like the website, other than this is a brokerage site. So basically you have to call them and try to buy that website from them if you want to use it.
Yes, I have seen a lot of people do that. So they'll just buy up domains with names, and then you go to try to get it and you can't. I have a question about the trademark as well. So say you have a business, but you have other businesses under that business. Do you trademark that top business? Or do you need to trademark everything?
You can trademark it all, because the thing about trademarks is it only applies to what you're doing. So you can't say, hey, my name is Brianna. I call my firm Ocala Law Firm. I want to trademark Ocala Law Firm across every class. You can't do that. There's 35 different classes. It depends on what you're doing. So I can trademark it for legal services, professional services, but I can't trademark it for fruits and vegetables, So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it has to be in that category. So that's why you can have things like Delta Airlines and Delta Water Faucets, because they're completely two different things.
Gotcha.
So if you have a whole bunch of companies under one LLC or something like that, you would want to trademark each of them separately, because you're only protecting those words. So
okay, that was a good question.
Well, okay, that makes sense. So now each business that you have, you need to trademark each business name, each brand that you have.
Yeah, and some names aren't trademarkable just because they're what they would call generic. So basically anybody can use it. But if you have a unique name and you're trying to build a unique brand, then that is something that you want to trademark. You're not gonna trademark Apple to sell apples. They're not gonna let you do that.
Yeah,
but if you have it it has to be distinctive, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that does make sense. Okay, so you did mention. I have a question about this. The bank accounts. So you have to have. Would it benefit you to have a bank account for each business that you have? If you have multiple businesses. So say we have BAM Woman, and then I have my entity, and then you've got yours. Each company would have to have their own bank account. Is that's a safe question to ask?
Yeah, it's safer to do it as separate bank accounts, especially in a situation, taxes. Those are one reason why. And then also if someone sues you and you're making $1 million with BAM, but you get sued under a different business where you only have a little bit of money, you don't want them to come after that $1 million with them because it's all in the same bank account. The court's not going to like distinguish it out and say, hey, no, this is only for BAM and this is for something else. They're going to say, like, you have $1,090,000, so we're going after all of the $1 million. So I would separate them from like no confusion, no blurred lines. But it's best practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is.
Look, I'm thinking like, okay, I gotta do this.
Yep. Oh yeah. After we had that mixer, I was like, oh, we got a lot of things that we need to do. So another question that I have: do you recommend each business have a lawyer or someone that they can consult with on, trademark, copyright, all of those issues that may come up or something,
Yeah, I do recommend that if you have a business. I know a lot of people are starting small businesses, so they may not have enough money, but the thing is that you should have a lawyer. I don't recommend LegalZoom or Rocket Lawyer or anything like that just because it's they're not lawyers and they tell you on the website that they're not lawyers. And you just want to make sure that everything is legally legit. And even if you're trying to do self-help, there's going to be some things that the internet and LegalZoom are not going to point out to you that attorney would point out to you. And the thing about legal services in your business, most of the time they are tax write-offs. So it may cost you money now, but then you can write it off on your taxes later. So I would just consult with like your tax preparer and make sure whichever legal services, but there is a section for legal services as an expense. So I would look into trying to find out how much you can invest in your legal service, just so it's a preventive measure rather than you're reacting to if something bad happens.
Right. And we're not bashing LegalZoom.
No.
LegalZoom is great for what it's great for.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I was gonna ask that question, how do we need to go about doing that? Because I have heard that you need to have representation, gotta have a lawyer, you have to have a CPA, somebody that can manage your money, everything, because you're working a business. This is not just something that you're doing in your kitchen. Like you're wanting to, eventually make money and make it big. So you have to protect yourself. As far as having, I guess, legal representation and all of that, what would you suggest? How long do we need to wait? Or if we need to wait at all, do we need to, go ahead and get legal representation, or is there a certain time period that we need to start doing that?
I would do it just like within the first year of your business, just to make sure you're headed in the right direction legally. But if you've been in business and you're just like finding that maybe things aren't working out for you, you can really consult a lawyer at any time. You don't need like a lawyer on payroll. You can have one. There's a lot of lawyers doing like subscription services. So you have access to them every month and you just pay like a reasonable fee every month rather than a hourly rate, which that's what a lot of people try to avoid, is that hourly rate, right? So a lot of lawyers are starting to do subscription services to make sure that it's more available to people, because they do find a lot of issues when people do the self-help stuff. They would rather help you and provide it at a affordable price than have you mess up and then later on you're coming to them to fix it and it makes everyone's life. So I would look into like the law firms around. A lot of people are doing subscription services now.
So do you offer subscription services?
Yeah, I have subscription services, but those only apply to California clients.
Okay.
I provide like trademark and copyright services to people around different states or whatever, but contracts and business law, that's state law, so I can only help like California with that.
Gotcha. Okay.
You said you can help with like trademark and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, so trademark and copyright is federal, so any attorney that does it is like in any state.
Okay, so copyright. Can you explain to our listeners and viewers what copyright is?
Yeah, so copyright is just the protection of, I would say, art or anything that you put into a certain form. So you can copyright a spreadsheet that you make, you can copyright graphs, but you also, most people copyright like photos or artists, TV films, anything like that. So any type of art that you put into like a tangible medium, you can copyright that. And so you would just go through the copyright website for that.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you guys have questions, I put it in the Facebook chat, but Instagram, if y'all have any questions, please let us know. We will read them out to Brianna because she is giving us some amazing nuggets.
Yes.
Stuff I'm over here like, man, I got to do this at the beginning of the year. My mind is like,
because
okay,
within a year of that business opening.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
they don't know that or don't do that. You know,
Yes.
have business for years, and next thing you know, it's not yours anymore.
Right.
Your name.
Right. Okay, Brianna. So Ty is asking, is a trademark with your state the same as federal?
No, your trademark with your state only protects your trademark in that state. It is best to go ahead and file federally because then you're protected nationwide. Anybody, if you're in New York and they're in California, you're still protected. But if you're in New York and you file a state trademark, it's only protecting you in New York. So you can't sue that person in California to stop.
Oh, wow.
And so if California registers theirs with the federal, they take over your state one. So federal.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead and file with the federal.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that was a good question. Thank you, Ty. That was a great question because
yeah, there's state trademarks, but that's a waste of money. Just do federal.
So about what is the price range for when you get ready to trademark your business?
It's going to depend on who you go to and then also how many classes you need to file. And I know I'm in like a trademark attorney group and the range is really big. It's from like $1,000 all the way up to some people says their services are $10,000. So it just depends on who you go to and what their volume is and what they think their services are worth. And a lot of attorneys, they put different things in their packages. So that's why they justify their range maybe being $10,000 or versus someone that's like, oh, I'll do it for $1,000. So
gotcha.
The more it costs, the more they're probably going to put into your work.
Wow. Gotcha. And you said classes. So I just kind of want to get a better understanding about the classes. Now, is that like what you were saying with Apple? You know, you have a company and you want to sell, you know, your company name is Apple. Now, do you do it for, you know, you can't do it for electronics because obvious reasons, but is each class specified as like what you're doing in that in your business? So say if you had, I don't know, like a makeup company or you're a makeup artist, would you have to do each individual product or what class would a makeup artist be in?
So no, you wouldn't have to do each individual product unless you don't want anyone else calling their product that certain thing, like the Naked palette, right? You might want to go ahead and copyright Naked for cosmetics, for eyeshadow or whatever. So there's 35 different classes and it ranges everywhere from apparel to cosmetics to legal services, financial services. These are all different classes. So it's a whole bunch of different ones. You don't have to trademark every single one of your products, but you can if you want to.
Oh, wow.
And okay, how long does a trademark last forever? Or is it a time frame on that trademark?
Yeah, so your trademark lasts forever unless you stop using it. So basically, once you're registered, after 5 years, you have to report to the USPTO that you're still using it. And then after that report, it's like every 10 years. So as long as you're still using it, it's going to be valid. But let's say for any reason you just stop using it, you haven't reported to the USPTO, they're going to cancel it. So as long as you keep up with your registration, then you're good to go. It's still working.
Okay. So for those of us that don't know law terms, what is the USPTO?
Sorry. The USPTO. It's basically the trademark office, the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So it's just a little government entity that approves your applications or denies it or whatever.
Ah, okay. How long does it take for a trademark to get approved?
The average time is 8 to 12 months. It could take longer depending on what type of application that you're filing or how complicated your application is. Because like you have to keep responding back to the USPTO if you're getting in trouble with your application.
Okay. Wow. That's a long time. Oh, good luck. Okay. Well, I see why you have to do it, within that first year, because while you're building your clientele and you're building your audience, you could be going through that process, and then once all of that starts rolling off, then you'll be legal, so to speak.
Yeah. And then it's also good because, like, let's say you started a business and you like your name and you love your name, but then you go to your trademark attorney and they say, hey, someone else has already trademarked this. You don't want to invest like a whole bunch of money into something and turns out that someone else already owns it. Because either they're going to sue you and you're going to lose money, or you're just going to lose money. And when you're ready to trademark, you're just going to have to change it up and then rebrand and everything. So the earlier the better.
Is there a link that people can go to and check to see if their name is already trademarked before they start the business?
Yeah, so you will go to uspto.gov. At the top of the screen, you click on trademarks, then trademark search, and then it'll have like a little search database that you can look in.
Okay, so that's uspto.gov?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm putting it in the comments. All right, Instagram, uspto.gov. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, because that is very, very valuable. I would hate to have a business and be doing that business for 5-10 years and then find out that somebody else is working under that name and has it like legalized. So that would be devastating. Oh my gosh.
Because you see so many Instagram accounts with the same name, and they do maybe an underscore or a dot, and even Facebook. It's like, how do you
manage that? Like, how do you keep from? Well, I mean, can you keep people from using your name if it's not trademarked?
So if it's not trademarked, you still have what they call common law rights, but those are so much so much harder to prove than having the registration. The registration is just basically more legit than you saying, hey, I've been using this, stop using it. You can still send them like a cease and desist email or letter, but if they're like, you don't even have a trademark, they're going to be like, okay, go away. Versus you saying, hey, here's my registration, people are going to be a little more scared of a registration than they are of saying, hey, this is fine, I used it first, right?
Gotcha. So what about a DBA? Because I think a lot of businesses, small businesses, they start out with the DBA first. Is that also a protection, kind of, sort of, or does it do anything at all? Like, is that a waste of $35?
It's not a waste, because sometimes you do need it. But it doesn't protect you from anything. It just kind of helps you get your bank account. It helps you. It's basically saying, I'm Brianna and I'm doing business as Ocala Law. No protection. You're just letting the community. It's a protection for the community, basically. You're letting the community know that you're operating your business under a different name than your personal government name. So it doesn't protect you from like lawsuits or anything like that.
Wow. Okay. This is some good information, because this is what is this, law for dummies? I'm oblivious to all of that, and we need to know, especially the ones that are out here really, they have a legit business. You have to make sure that your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, all of your ducks in a row. You have to protect yourself. You have to, because it's cutthroat out there. It is cutthroat.
So do you offer trainings and classes virtually?
It cut out. What'd you say?
Do you offer classes or trainings virtually or in person now, or
I don't have information
out?
I usually do things like this, like come on podcasts, or I work with some groups on Facebook Live, so where I'll do like free educational trainings. But as far as creating a class for like do it yourself or just what you should be making sure you're covering, I have plans to do that next year, but I don't have any out right now.
Gotcha. Wow, I'm just like, whoo, I got work to do. Seriously, we both feel this
trademark and all of that because that is so serious. Like that's on my top to-do list for 2021. Like
And attention business owners, do not blow your income tax this year. Y'all make sure
trademark your business,
LLC, all of that.
2021.
Get your lawyer, get your CPA. I mean, all of that, because you have to make sure that you protect yourself, so nobody can take your hard-earned money away from you because you were negligent. So make sure y'all do that, and reach out to Miss Brianna Phillips. I know. Reach out to her. If you are not in California, that's fine. Y'all make sure y'all look up whoever is in your area so that they can take good care of you.
She can help you with your trademark.
The trademarks and the copyright.
Copyrights. So definitely, if you need help with that, and
absolutely,
you know, for legal counsel, find a local attorney in your town or your state.
Right. So before we let you go, Brianna, let everybody know how they can reach you, how they can get in contact with you, and your social media links and website.
Okay, yeah. So all of my links are Ocala Law. So that is spelled Oakala and then law, LAW. So Instagram at Ocala Law, Facebook, Ocala Law and Mediation Firm. And then my website is www.ocalalaw.com. And then I don't know if you guys want me to say my phone number or anything.
No, not well. That's up to you. If it's a business number.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, not my personal.
No more creepers. No creepers.
Business number is 916-520-4346. And that can also be found on my website.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm smarter.
I know
right now about business. This has been some great information.
It definitely for, going into the new year. People need to know
absolutely
the things to do for their business.
For sure.
And if they're thinking about starting a business.
Right.
And going into the new year, the USPTO is raising their price on filing the trademark. So just be aware of that. I think it's like a $75 increase of the price range. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take advantage of all these people trying to get these businesses.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna make their money too. That's for sure. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Brianna. We are not going to keep you any longer than we have to. So you have been great. We appreciate you. And we will definitely be in contact with you because we got to get some stuff in order for Bam Woman and what we've got going on. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Love you and thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So that is the end of our show. Thank y'all so much for watching us. Again, this is our last show of the year. 2020. Are y'all ready for 2021? I know I am.
I'm like ready for 2021.
I'm ready for 2021.
I'm super excited about it.
Yes. And I feel like we have learned a lot in 2020. I think everybody was so, gung-ho about vision. 2020 is going to be a year of vision and clear vision and this and that.
It wasn't the vision that a lot of people thought, but hey,
perspective. That is the word for 2020 is perspective. Like you really have to kind of sit back and think about your life, think about your business, your relationships, the people that you hang around with, the energy that you're giving to things that you shouldn't be giving to. I really feel like this year was a year of perspective. And 2021 is going to be favor, faith, and success.
all around.
I'm claiming it.
I am too. Yes, in the name of Jesus. Yes. Favor, faith, and success.
Yes, favor,
So,
faith, and success. Look, I need a shirt.
I'm just thinking that.
I got a shirt.
Yeah.
I got a shirt for that.
But yes, our first show for 2021 will be January 9th. And who's our guest?
Oh, who's our guest? Okay,
For that.
so January 9th, we have, I want to say, yes, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's her.
Yes, tonight, I think it's Tania and Andrew. Andre, I'm sorry, Tania Andre.
Okay.
She is a phenomenal woman. I learned about her through Ty Live. Hey Ty,
yes, look, we have
girl.
to shout out Ty Live. She's amazing.
She's just got all kinds of connections.
Yes.
We absolutely love her. We're gonna put her on the table.
I know. Yes, we do.
But Tania Andre, she is gonna be talking to us about sex trafficking. And January is actually Sex Trafficking Awareness Month, and we had no idea about that. So that was perfect timing. We are so excited to have her talk to us about what is literally going on in the underground, like that we don't even know anything about. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. What else do we have going on?
We have a fashion show January 23rd in Dallas. It's CAQ Fashion Experience 2021. And we're doing swag bags for that event. So if you have pins, anything,
posters, whatever.
You have a current event coming up, send us an email and we will send you the information regarding the swag bags.
Yes.
I guess we should explain swag bags.
You know what? I think we do, because I think people are still missing the concept of what a swag bag is.
Yeah.
And it is going to take your business to the next level. Advertising is a big thing when it comes to business, and it's not just about social media and TV and radio. You have to be on the ground, like literally, you have to be on the ground,
going to places, or that's what we're here for.
Yes.
Your stuff to those
absolutely
events.
Absolutely. Business cards, flyers, postcards, pins, notepad, whatever you use for marketing. What we do is we create gift bags, and we put everybody's information in those gift bags, and whatever event that we go to, i.e. this fashion show, everybody that's in the VIP section, which was what the owner of the company wanted, everybody in the VIP section is going to get your business card, your pin,
VIP,
your business information. So when I say, top names, I can't throw them out there because I'm sure about it.
I know, right?
But you need to go to either Toya's page, my page, LaTanya Donaldson. Thank you so much. We love you.
We do. We are
for
so
trusting
excited.
us with your swag bags. Y'all reach out to her. Calling All Queens Network is the name of her business that's throwing the fashion show. Y'all reach out to her. It's gonna be live.
There's designers coming from all over the United States. Celebrity designers.
Yeah. I'm kind of lit about this. I'm nervous.
We are already working on our outfits for the fashion show.
So we want you guys to come with us. We want your business to be there, even though you're not there physically. So
we have an event later on in the spring that you are definitely going to want.
We're not going to tell them about that yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sure about to. But anyway, y'all better follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or you can visit our website at www.bamwomanmagazine.com. We have Bam Guy magazine coming out.
I'm excited about it.
Yes, so guys, y'all need to jump on this.
Yes, y'all really do. We haven't really been pushing it this year, right now because of the holidays, but after the 1st of January, we're going to be harassing y'all because y'all harassed us.
Exactly. Okay. So we are coming through for you all, for your business. So
Yes. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell something. Oh, so we did do we were gonna do a membership for the swag bag, but we decided because of COVID, we don't want to promise something that we can't hold up to. Right. So we're gonna do it event by event. We definitely want to make sure that you guys get the exposure that you need because these swag bags are going to be able to touch people that you wouldn't normally touch. Right. Okay, that's the whole thing. We're not doing this for us. Right. We're doing this for y'all. We believe in your businesses. We really do. And there's not very many people around this area, of course, that's doing it, but we have our own thing. We do it a certain way. We're not trying to bash anybody. We're not trying to take away anybody's stuff, but and we just want to help. That's all we want to do.
That is help you, like you said, help your business.
Help your business. Because we get it.
And what to put in a swag bag, reach out to us or even Google. Say you do credit repair and you're like, okay, I need an idea. Well, we can make your credit shine bright or have your credit like a star or something. But anyway, use like maybe Starburst and attach your business card to that. Yeah. Shining, you could do something sparkly. If you sell jewelry, hey, we make you shine. Just little stuff like that, and put your business name, contact information. I mean, you can get stickers printed and put on mini water bottles, pop sockets.
There's so many different things.
There's so many things.
Go to Vistaprint or Google. I mean, Google is great. It's the best thing since sliced bread. If you want to know anything about marketing or how you can market your product, there's so many different companies out there that will let you, be creative because that's what it is. You want something that's going to catch somebody's eye that they haven't seen before. And they're like, let me call them. Yes, because your creativity is what's going to bring you money in the end. Yes. So we're here.
Sample of your lip gloss.
Yes.
Chapstick, whatever you do. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. So it's an opportunity. So we've got stuff already lined up for next year. We're just telling you about this one. Yes, this one for right now. Because we've got some stuff lined up for February and May and April.
February, April,
and May. Yeah, for sure. So just stay tuned. Like our page, our business page, Bam Woman Magazine. Look us up on Instagram, Bam Woman Magazine. Our website is www.bamwomanmagazine.com. Yes. Look us up, Toya Thrives here. And let's talk about it, Jen. Jennifer Robertson on Facebook. I mean, we are here to help you guys, and we love y'all. So
we do. We love y'all, and thank y'all so much for supporting us this year with everything from the magazine to the podcast, to the canned food drive that we did. Well, it was a food drive.
It was.
We ended up donating the foods that we collected to Salvation Army today.
So it did go to a good cause. It really did.
Thank you to It's About Time and Health Extension Bar.
Miss Tara Cooper Jones and Kim Shedd. We love y'all. Thank you so much for helping us out with that.
Yes, and to the Trail Ride Club.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And before we go, we just want to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and
Happy New Year. I wish I could show y'all my sweater, but it lights up, but the battery went dead. So
mine didn't like that. That's actually old. Y'all had this probably for 2 years.
Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, we are gonna go because we're delirious right now.
I need a nap.
We love y'all and we thank y'all so much for supporting us. So we will talk to you guys later. Peace out.